Hey, what's going on? I'm Apprentice Damon, and in today's video, we're going to test out Origin sparkling water, and we're going to be testing the plastic version versus the can version to see if there's really a difference between the two. Alright? Now, if you have not seen these videos, you're absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get this opened up though. And normally, lately, for this series, which this is the conclusion of, normally I put the can or the glass version on this side, but I actually wanted to mix it up and put the plastic version on this side just to make sure that I'm not being biased, right? But I feel like this one's gonna be actually easier to open because it's a pop top. All right. And I have not tested this one either, so we'll see how this comes out as well. But the first test we're gonna do is on antioxidants, okay? This is the most important test of all of them that we're doing today. And the reason why is because we have all these things around us known as free radicals. They're in the air, the food, the electronics, in your car, hiding underneath the beds. They are everywhere, right? And what they do is they come in, they take the electrons from our healthy cells, and when that happens, that leads to two things: oxidation and inflammation. So any type of itis you're experiencing, right? They're positively charged, leads to rust, aging, and dis-ease in the body. So we want to consume antioxidants, right? These are your fruits, your vegetables, your vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. They're negatively charged. They lower that oxidation, reduce that inflammation, so we can stay looking and feeling good, right? So our water should have that, right? Should be an antioxidant, should be oxidizing us, right? So we're going to test this out by using this ORP meter. And if we see a positive number here, that means it's creating more oxidation, inflammation, and dis-ease in the body. If we see a negative number, that means there's a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory water, right? So let's see what we get here. We're going to start with the plastic version of Origin sparkling water. All right, so this one's skyrocketing to like a 400, right? Did it hit 400? Yep, 410, 412, all right? Very, very oxidizing. No bueno, okay? Which makes sense because it's sparkling water, right? And this one, I don't see the bubbles, right? So we'll see how this one does in a second with the can version, right? Let's see what we get here. And despite the bubbles, it looks like it's going down. Nah, it's around 400, 406, 405, right? 406. Let me just go back and check the other one really quick. See if there's really that much of a difference. Wow, this one it skyrockets to 430 easily, right? So 440 actually, even 440. Right? So I feel that in this case, right, if I go back to the can one, oh, it's doing about the same. We just had to give it some time to catch up, right? I'm trying to see if it just drops down. No. But it looks like the can was a little bit better, right? But they're both over 400. They're both oxidizing, right? Very oxidizing. Mainly because they're sparkling waters, all right? But that concludes this first test. Let's go ahead and jump into our second test, all about alkalinity. All right, on to our second test. This one's all about alkalinity. And it's really about our blood. Our blood must maintain at 7.365. So if we're consuming things that are acidic, then our blood is gonna have to pull those minerals, those electrolytes from us, right, to maintain the alkalinity in our blood. So it's going to start taking it from our skin. This is how eczema happens. It's going to start taking it from our bones, our joints, and our ligaments, right? It makes it tough to where we're popping and walking when we get up in the morning, and we're not even trying to do that, right? So we're going to use these pH drops, put them into both of the waters. If we see a red or orange or yellow, it means it's acidic, forcing us to take the minerals and electrolytes from us. If we see a blue or purple or dark purple, it means it's alkaline and it's actually helping bring balance to the body. Let's see what we get here. All right, both of these are acidic. I don't know if one's more acidic than the other. I don't know, because I don't think I didn't count the drops this time. I was just blown away at how orange they are, right? So they're both roughly the same, right? They're both showing up acidic, and there is no purpose, no point in me blowing into them because they're both acidic, right? So there you have it. Both of these are acidic. We shouldn't really be consuming these as a beverage for our health, all right? Let's go ahead and jump into our last and final test on superior hydration. All right, for our third and final test, superior hydration, we're gonna see if we can make tea with these waters, right? And I know what you're thinking, you're like, well, Apprentice, I don't use sparkling water to make tea, right? So why are we doing this? The reason why we're doing this is because we wanna see if we can get hydrated at a cellular level using these waters, all right? And we're gonna do that by making tea. The tea bag is so small, the openings in it are so tiny that it kind of represents those cells, right? And us trying to get through them to hydrate us, right? So let's see what happens here with Origin's plastic version of sparkling water. Put this over here. And to be honest, I am not expecting a lot. And the reason why is because it's sparkling. But let's see what we do get here. See if we get a little something, right? Now, Phil, this one's different because there was carbonation in this one. Like, we saw bubbles. We didn't see bubbles in the plastic bottle one. That's interesting. If they're both the same, and it keeps making me wonder if they're both the same. They both have the same label and everything. That you would see bubbles in this one, but you don't really see that, right? But we are starting to get a little bit of tea, a little bit of something, right? I think that's going to be the highlight of it, right? Let's see what happens though when we try the canned version. Oh, you hear that sizzle, right? And you see the bag get inflated. I don't know, maybe I got a deflated one, I don't even know. But this one, you can hear the sizzle, right? And what's crazy is we are getting roughly about the same amount of tea. This one has the carbonation in it, so it makes it tough to see. But they are still roughly the same, which is crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense. So if you don't want the bubbliness, the bloatedness, I guess go with the plastic one, maybe? If you want the bubbles, if you're drinking it for the bubbly, then I guess go with the canned one. That's how it's looking. But what I want to do right now, probably use a different cup so not to skew the test, is I'm going to pour these waters into both, right? And see, give them a few dunks each and see if that changes anything. So we'll see if that changes anything. Man, you still see the bubbles with that. That's crazy. So we're gonna give these about 5 dunks and see what happens, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't look like much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, if you're trying to get hydrated with a sparkling water, I would say I would say that the plastic one does better. So this is a really weird test to do because I've never seen a non-bubbly sparkling water. So this is really crazy, right? But if I pour them both here, we can see that they're rough. I don't know. If we go back and look at our results that we had, it would do a quick recap, right, of these two beverages. These two versions. It really depends on which one you want, right? So we did antioxidants. That was the first test, right? That was the first test we did. And we saw that this one appeared to be more oxidizing initially, and then this one eventually caught up to it, right? But if there was a winner, I would say this one was less oxidizing, which is weird, but they were both over 400, which is really oxidizing for a water, right? Second test we did was on alkalinity. They were both very acidic. These are not things we are consuming for our health, right? And then the last test we did on superior hydration, and we see that they're barely hydrating us, right? So you're probably thinking, well, I don't think there's a water that can pass all three of these tests, right? Well, hold on a second. Let me show you something, all right? So if you have seen this, if you haven't been to this channel before, this is the water that I'm normally comparing to the water that we're testing, right? It is electrolytes reduced water, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it. And the first test we're gonna do is antioxidants, right? So we're looking for that negative number. We use the ORP meter to do that, right? Last time we saw numbers that were over 400. Let's see what we get now with the electrolytes reduced water. All right, we are getting over 400, but a negative, right? Check that dash out. So we are actually seeing a negative 700, right? Negative 700 going down, right? Making a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory water. Yeah, and so that first test box is checked, all right? This handles that one. Let's take a look at the alkalinity. We already know that those were orange, and so you want something alkaline. Let's see what happens here. And as you see, it turns purple, right? And I just want to show you something really quick. Even though that this turned purple, if you're drinking this stuff and you decide to switch over to this for some random reason, look, check this out. This eats up all the electrolytes that's in the good water, right? So it's pretty crazy. I just want to show you that. Like it's not helping, it's hurting. But you can see that the water got darker, right? So I just want to show that to you really quick. And then the third test, which we're going to use the other cup, is superior hydration, right? Getting hydrated at a cellular level. Getting past the idea of wanting something. If we're going to go healthy, let's go all the way healthy, right? I know sparkling water is a good alternative to soda, right? But it's still carbonated, right? But with the right water here, we have a much darker tea. And guess what? The water's cold. It's not hot. It's cold water, right? So there's nothing special to that. And when you actually have the right water, you can definitely take care of a lot of those different elements that we were talking about before, okay? So there you have it. That concludes this video. And so if you're wondering, like, how do you get this? Like, how do you get this in your life? How do you get this in your home? How do you get this for your family and friends? At the bottom of this video, I have a masterclass, link to a masterclass that talks all about this water, how to get it, how it came about, and how you can get it in your home, all right? So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you stay away from this stuff, right? Especially if you're looking at improving your health, all right? Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.